Hello, everyone. Hey, everyone. What's going on? What's up? How's everyone doing today? We wanted to have a conversation today. Yeah, we gotta have a conversation today about some stuff. We are gonna have a conversation today about some stuff. So, a local police station, which shall remain nameless. Yeah, a local police station, which shall remain nameless, proceeded to send one officer out when my 70-year-old mother had an accident with a tractor with a piece of farm equipment on the roadway. And this was weeks ago, and it was one officer that came out. He came out, he proceeded to not take a statement from my mother. Absolutely did not. She wanted to file a statement with him that certain things transpired after the accident. He would not take this statement. He proceeded to take a statement from the farmer that was driving on the roadway on his tractor in the middle of the fucking road. My mom, has to pay $30-some hundred out of pocket to fix this car, which, by the way, is all body damage. Okay? So then the local police station that protects and serves, which, by the way, will remain nameless, that this police station that protects and serves then proceeded to not decide whether the car was actually drivable or not, and tell the place that towed the car not to release it because it's apparently not drivable. Okay? We already made a video of how drivable it was. Okay? It is not illegal in the state of Pennsylvania, if a car is drivable after an accident, to drive it away. It is literally legal to do this. Okay? The local police station proceeded to not follow policy around every single facet of this response to this call. One officer shows up to an accident caused by a farmer in the middle of nowhere in front of his property, to which a bunch of people were ganging up on my mom. And this guy put his finger in her face, I guess, and said, if you don't shut your mouth, I'll pay for your car, or something like that. Saying things like that. This sounds like insurance fraud. It sounds like a fucking scam. It sounds like this dude causes accidents to get things fixed. And so anyway, this one police officer that's supposed to protect and serve shows up, proceeds to tell my mom not to put her finger in his face because she was trying to pantomime what this guy was doing. She was like, he put his finger in my face and did this, and this grown man was so threatened by a 70-year-old woman that was just in an accident, he proceeded to tell her not to wave her finger in his face, you know, even though she was probably like a foot or two away. And didn't want to hear anything she had to say, proceeded not to take her statement, treated her poorly, made her feel worse, then proceeded to say our car wasn't drivable, had it towed to the garage. Okay? $850 later, we got the car back because this local police station that proceeded to not follow policy, didn't send more than one officer up. When we went to the police station later, every single fucking police car you can imagine was sitting in that lot. So they were just sitting there at the station. Okay, they could have sent more, and they didn't. This guy left, took very little information, didn't want to hear her story about how the other guy waved his hand in her face, threatened, if you shut your mouth, I won't pay, all kinds of stuff like that, said I wasn't here, I didn't hear it, wouldn't take the statement, so therefore, none of this was recorded, none of it was put on official record, and she proceeded to call the state police after the fact, saying, well, should I come down and file a report, blah, 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 and they said, well, you should go ahead and file a complaint with the chief of police at that station. So then she did, and the chief of police at the station proceeded to sit on the phone with her and patronize her over the phone. Literally just basically saying, this guy's been doing this for this long, blah, 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 blah. Well, then clearly this guy needs to be corrected, and this chief of police should fucking be fired. What the fuck are we doing? It's just policing? Is this how we police? Oh, this guy's been doing this for I don't give a flying fuck how long you've been doing something. If somebody does something wrong and shows up to an accident, doesn't want to hear a statement from both parties, literally proceeds to make the situation worse, literally does not protect and serve, literally just acts like a douche, yeah, the chief of police should definitely look into this guy, and he just did nothing. This guy has been doing this for This is what protect and serve it. So if we were rich, do you think this would happen? The fucking point is we couldn't even get our car back, and I proceeded to literally drive this car, no problem, to the body shop. Yeah, literally zero issue. Zero. Yep, we drove the car to the body shop. I followed behind with hazards on. All four wheels spun. Nothing fell off. Even the lights worked. All the lights worked. What the fuck? And this asshole actually said, don't let them have the car, it's not drivable. At the garage, after paying $850 some, they told us we couldn't take the car because the police said it wasn't drivable. Then after we towed it back, I proceeded to prove it was drivable in the fucking driveway. I literally made a video of how we turned the car on, no problem, lights came on, engines sound normal, we drove forward, we drove back, okay? She was going like 10 miles an hour, and she hit a fucking farmer on a tractor that didn't use his goddamn signal. He was sitting in the middle of the fucking road, so she went to pass him like other fucking tractors do, and he had no signal, and he turned into her. She was going like 10 miles an hour. car's not totaled, but we now have $3,800 or something like that in body damage or some ridiculous bullshit like that. There's literally nothing wrong with the car. Completely mechanically fine. Yep. Drove it there just fine. Yeah, protect and serve. So if we were rich, basically what would have happened is they would have realized we were rich and they would have sent like 3 officers out. Yeah, suddenly, oh, it's a senator, or oh, it's this, or oh, it's that. They would have sent like 3. Yeah, you know why? You know why I know that? There's 5 fucking concurrents the moment I fucking say that. You fucking assholes. Do your jobs. I'm sick and tired of seeing you arresting innocent people and putting away innocent fucking... You literally just sit around all day and watch innocent people and try to incriminate innocent people and shit like that. Meanwhile, you're literally not fucking responding the way you should when somebody actually needs you. What the fuck are you doing? When we went to that fucking police after I picked my own mother up. Yeah, because the police dropped her off at work. Yeah, they dropped her off at work. After I picked her up at work, these fuckers, I drove her to the police station to get the paperwork. Every fucking car in that place was there. And so many police cars were there. And 1 officer came. And when I showed up so she could get paperwork, he literally fucking came out for like 30 seconds to give her paperwork and then like was short with her, just literally walked back in, didn't say anything. Wouldn't even let her in the station. Wow. Protect and serve. Yeah. How about terrorists? Yeah, police are fucking terrorists. She's 70, dude. She could have died. Like some farmer could have like chainsaw massacred her. Like it's not even that funny. Like that's the point. That's how fucking scary this is. There's like literally like 5-6 people standing on the porch making fun of her when she's by herself. And this asshole cop actually shows up and makes her feel worse. What a fucking D-bag. Yeah, what a piece of shit. Imagine if it was his mom. What a fucking asshole. You know, I literally want to look at this guy in the face and ask him how he feels good wearing a badge every day, knowing that he showed up to the scene of an accident with a 70-year-old distraught woman and got all upset because she put her finger in his face. Oh my God, your feelings. Is this the same fucking cop? Is this the same fucking cop that got all upset and rolled on the ground when he heard fucking acorns fall onto his squad car, and he rolled on the ground and proceeded to empty an entire clip at his own squad car with a person inside? This is the fucking bullshit that we're talking about. These police, protect and serve. He's been doing this for 30 years? What the fuck? And the chief is worse? Oh, he's been doing this for blah, 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 blah. He knows what he's doing. He won't even look into it. He actually says he knows what he's doing. He's been doing this, blah, blah, blah. That's really bad. That is so bad. I'm about to file a report with the FBI and tell them that the state police didn't even want to do anything about this. Yeah, the state police are the ones that literally said file a report with the chief of police. And they said it was really weird that all that happened. Yeah, the dispatch officer, she did seem very concerned that happened. I'm about to file a report with the FBI about a lot of things. There's a lot of weird shit going on around me, and you know, it's not. Cops don't show up to the scene of an accident with a 70-year-old woman acting like that. Oh, what's up? I think we're good. Yeah. Literally, they're doing. I really think they're doing everything they can to shut me up. I really, and this is my point, that like some of the problems we've been having and stuff like that. A while back, I commented on a Pennsylvania police officers, because they're content creators now, and they're sharing body cams and shit. They're content, yeah, they want to be content creators, yeah. And so I commented on the fact that this police officer a while back was a Pennsylvania state police officer, and he thought he was going to be a content creator. He thought he was going to be a content creator, okay? So I commented on this guy's thing, and he's a police officer, right? And he's sharing this footage, and, you know, basically he's showing about how people aren't slowing down and stuff, and they're just having accidents to try to avoid him because there's, like, ice and stuff. And he's like sitting on the sideway. And I commented a while back on this guy's thing, that basically he didn't have his lights on. It was so dark you couldn't see him. No lights. And this asshole cop is just sitting with his cruiser in the middle of the fucking road at the scene of an accident. And all these other cars are literally just coming down, almost hitting him, and then like they try to swerve at the last second. They're like rolling and hitting shit, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And this guy, this cop, is a content creator. And I literally commented, I said, too bad, in the state of Pennsylvania, I'm pretty sure any other state, when you show up to the scene of an accident, your lights should be on at all times, thus to make yourself visible. Duh. Jesus fucking Christ. And so I have had all these problems where it's obvious. We talk about police, we talk about this or that. You can fucking say whatever. You can talk about this stuff. You are allowed. Yeah, that's it's freedom, it's protected speech. Yeah. So I do think some of them are buying the jailbroken things to essentially ping IP and stuff like that, figure out where you're streaming from, find out your patterns, and investigate you a bit more than they should, and essentially breaking several amendments in the process and literally just disrupting the entire legal system. And I do think that many police officers, I use that term loosely, are doing this these days, especially detectives. So, when literally every local police officer has their vehicle at the station, and I show up to pick up my 70-year-old distraught mother from an accident at her work because this asshole couldn't even be bothered to bring her home. And every single fucking car is at that precinct. You better believe I'm gonna be protective at that point. The fact that I have to protect myself and my own family from police is fucking disgusting. The fact that I have to protect myself and my own family from police is fucking disgusting. They are terrorists. Period. End of discussion. They literally act totally different when a rich person is in an accident. When a rich person shows up for this or that, you know, like oh my god, oh my god, it's a senator's mom. Oh my god, it's a senator's mom. We gotta send everybody. Holy shit. Well, oh my God, you know what's going to happen if they find out that we didn't send everybody? This is the point. They're just as corporate as anybody else, and it's getting bad. And they're terrorists. Again, there's so many of them doing things they shouldn't be doing. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Protect and serve. Yeah, if you're rich. That's fucking shit slapped on the side of vehicles. And you wonder why people feel the way they do about police. Police. You know why police have freaking ARs and shit like that? Because citizens can have them. That's it. When you start regulating things regular citizens can have, suddenly you start learning that they're just regular citizens too. And they should not be above this or that law at any given time. And they are. No, they are. Police are above the law at any given time. They are. And they should not be. Period. That's the problem. They are. So hence the entitlement. Hence why they feel entitled all the time to break the rules, to do this or that. Because they, in fact, are, it's been proven to them that they can get away with and will get away with doing things illegal. This exact police station that will go unnamed. I had a friend a long time ago. Again, I'm not going to talk about who he is or anything like that because he doesn't even want me to tell anybody about this. But he's as straight as they come. He's a straight shooter. And about 15 years ago, they pulled my friend over. And this asshole cop from this exact police station proceeded to plant evidence. Yeah. He did that thing where he looked in his car and he pulled something out. He's like, what's this? And it was like a pipe or something like that. And he's like, I've literally never seen that before. And he's like, well, I found it. He's like, no, you didn't. You put that there. Like, that's the point. You would immediately know. Yeah, this exact police station. Okay? So now you know how fucking serious this is. 15 years ago, and a friend of mine tells me this in confidence, and he doesn't want other people to know. Because the point is, he felt like people were coming after him even then when he was talking about it with certain people. This is what I'm talking about, guys. That's what's fucked up. Yeah. They watch the streams. Yeah, they watch the streams. They see the fact that they're not doing their jobs. They see the fact that every single day I go out on the road and I go the speed limit. I have absolutely zero driving record. I have no speeding tickets, pretty much nothing. Yeah, every single day I go out on the road and I do what I'm supposed to do, and then I can record every single fucking day. I get somebody swerving around behind me, pressuring me to drive faster. Literally doing things a criminal would do, and these jerks are doing nothing. Now, yeah, right after I do that, they show up in force. Yeah, the next day they're all out here pulling people over. You guys remember that? And I appreciated that. I even said that. But this isn't that. This is local police. That's the point. Local police departments often go under the radar and get overlooked. Unacceptable. Yeah, and that's my point. Is it's up to the state police to actually do something. They literally need to actually do something. You can't split hairs. You can't be like, oh, he's my friend. He's my friend. Well, if he's your friend and he's doing that, you're not a very good friend if you're letting him do it. You know, when I grew up, when I grew up, we had these groups. We call them connecting groups that I have with my church friends. And you know, I realize I swear a lot, guys, but I think at this, I honestly truly believe even if Jesus Christ was alive today, I think he'd swear too. I think that's one of those things that we have to get over, and he would agree with that. But regardless, we used to have these things, you know, back when I was going to church and stuff when I was younger, a lot, you know, with my friends and stuff, with my church buddies. And we had these groups, we call them connecting groups, where we get together and we would talk about the things that, you know, that bothered us, you know, that we struggled with, you know, we were honest about it. You know, that was the whole point, was to essentially keep each other in check so that we wouldn't do things that we shouldn't be doing. And the fact that just the fact that they don't have this type of a system is, you know what I mean, like that what the, you know, like there needs to be more of that, where there's more groups of them getting together and keeping themselves in check and you know, like just being honest, you know, like, and accepting that and moving on from it so that you don't do it again. And get, you know, like, that's the point. Like, yeah, these guys, they go out every day and they get away with doing the same things, and those, oh, he's been doing it for 30 years. More like you've been approving the shit he's been doing for 30 years, so you know it falls on your shoulders too. Okay? It's the sort of thing where the police in this country feel like terrorists when something like that happens, where they show up, they very obviously don't do things you know they're supposed to do. They treat you like shit. And you know you're being treated a certain way just because you know you're not a senator, or you're not rich. You know what they don't know is maybe I know some of those people. You know, maybe I would have that connection. Maybe all it takes is a phone call for me, and I've never done it. Maybe that's all it takes. And I've just never done that. You know, I've never made that phone call. I've never cashed that favor in. And it's like, you know, it's about time, because I'm being way too nice about a lot of things that, you know, they get away with and stuff like that. Seriously. I actually see it a lot. And I see a lot of them not being kept in check. Internal affairs is a joke. Internal affairs is a fucking joke. So, guys, the point was that, you know, if it's your mom or their mom or something like that, I'm treat you totally different. If I were a female streamer talking about this, I guarantee you I'd have 1 million people in here sending me hearts, being like, "Oh my God, you poor baby! Oh my God, we need to take care of this right now. We need to phone a bunch of people. We need to help, blah 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 blah." Because I'm a white male, and people think is young. Yeah, you guys all assume I'm a certain age. You're a bunch of fucking morons. Because I'm a white male, literally just, oh, you don't, we're not helping you. Or you know, like, oh, you call people stupid or something. You don't deserve help. Why? Because I'm honest? I'm actually the one trying to help things. Yeah, I'm actually the one trying to help things. People are fucking stupid. You all need to listen to George Carlin sometime. Yeah, like y'all want to pretend like, oh, he's so beloved. Oh yeah, okay. You want to hear it from a guy with no hair that's like twice my age and he's been around a few times. You want to hear it from him. But when I say it, oh God, oh, he's such an asshole. Oh, that blah. Oh my God. Oh, you realize George Carlin had the exact same message? You realize that George Carlin had the exact same message? Yeah. See, I'm not I literally just waved this guy on who was an employee trying to get a cart by me. I literally stopped and let him go. Like this is what people assume, that you're just an asshole just because people are stupid. No, I recognize these things. Am I gonna insult somebody to their face and be like, you fucking stupid idiot? I mean, it just depends on how dumb they're being. I don't know. Yeah, like, if I was in that situation and that cop showed up and I was standing in front of him and he said to me what he said to her, I would have laughed in his face. And then when he got triggered, because that triggers them. That's the point. They are very triggered. This is the point. They are emotional. That's the point. He showed up emotional. Yeah. He didn't want to... His feelings were involved. He is biased. Yeah, that's the fucking point. I would have laughed in his face. And then when he was all triggered, and he go, what are you laughing about, or something like that, I would have been like, well, I'm laughing about the fact that you can wear a badge and say that you protect and serve and call yourself a police officer, yet you feel offended when a 70-year-old woman tries to show you what somebody was doing, and you show up and you're not here to protect and serve, and you're very obviously not helping the situation. You're escalating it right now, even with me. And that's what I would say. And it would be literal fucking proof right on his fucking body cam. But because police show up and do that, they're controlling your emotions. They show up and pressure you to feel a certain way. They do this to women a lot, especially men. So this fucking male cop that showed up, one male cop, showed up to the accident from my 70-year-old distraught mother. This fucking entire fucking police station should be sued today for what happened to my mother. $850 later, we can get our car back, but we can't pick it up. We have to tow it because they're stupid. And they didn't do their job? That shouldn't be my fault that this local police station has dumb fucking police that can't actually police. That's not policing. That's, I don't want to do work, so I'm going to do as little as possible, show up and be an asshole so I can leave and go back to my little desk. That's what that is. I recognize it. It's the same fucking laziness that I didn't want to fucking be around when I was in the workforce. These fucking people that come in and stand there and text all day and expect to do nothing. I'm done with that fucking bullshit. You want to be a goddamn police officer, fucking do something. Stop being so fucking triggered by people. And actually police. Do good. Because when I drive out in the road every fucking day and I'm harassed, people driving behind me, swerving around all over the place, pressuring me to drive faster, and you fucking assholes aren't doing a goddamn thing about it, yet my 70-year-old mom can $850 later, $3,000 later, finally get her car fixed, feel like shit, feel like she's been taken advantage of, and feel like the legal system is literally just fucking trash? Yep. Yep. Hey, 365, what's up? We're talking about how police don't protect and serve, and how they're just terrorists. So my mom was in an accident, And this cop just didn't take her statement at all. One cop showed up. Dude, and $850 later, we had to... And I drove the car to the body shop. They tried to say it wasn't drivable. And we couldn't... The garage physically wouldn't let us take it without towing it out again after paying already $600 some. So $850 later, we had to tow it back. And then I drove it. We drove it to the body shop. Totally fine. Even the lights worked. Yeah, and this asshole, this cop that showed up, the one cop showed up to the scene of an accident with a 70-year-old woman and a farmer, a big guy that was a farmer. And it was a male cop, and this farmer, he literally he threatened, if you shut your mouth, I'll pay for your car. He actually said that to her. And she was trying to tell the cop this. And the cop's like, I didn't hear it. I wasn't here. I didn't hear it. I don't want to hear it. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Don't wave your hand in my face. She was like, he did this in my face. And the cop his feelings got all hurt. Your wife's a teacher. Someone shot guns in the window of her classroom. The cops came and started laughing. That's a real story. Jesus fucking Christ. This is my point. The cops were laughing at her. Yeah, that's my point. They laugh. They think this shit's really fucking funny. You know, like, that's my point. And then the chief of police, when we filed a complaint, said, this guy's been doing this for 30 years. He knows what he's doing. So basically, the chief of police is just as corrupt. He's been allowing this for 30 years. Yeah, I should literally go to the state police right now and tell them what happened personally from me as a citizen seeing this. But like, they're going to treat it like, well, it doesn't really matter, but you can file a report. That's how they're going to treat it. Because, yeah, it doesn't. That's the point. That's what the cop was doing. He showed up, one of him, pressured her with his aggression, his male aggression, pressured her to feel a certain way, like it was her fault, didn't take her statement, took the farmer's statement, declared it was her fault, didn't actually write the entire thing of what happened either. Yeah, he didn't write the whole thing of what happened either. Gave her a warning, declared it was her fault. No. We didn't defund the police. Nope. They got more money. Nope. No, we did not defund the police. They just got dumber. Everybody's just getting dumber and lazier. They want to do less. So with police, doesn't stop with policing. And like I said, that day, when we went to the police station to pick up paperwork, there was no reason for only one cop to show up because like every squad car was in that lot. They weren't doing anything. The guy came out of the station for 30 seconds to hand her paper. They wouldn't even let her in the station. He came out for like 30 seconds, handed her some paperwork, and then just left and didn't say anything. They couldn't even send a female cop. See, that's my thing is, I really think it would have gone differently had they done that. I don't think they have any. Yeah, they should be investigated. Yeah, I don't know. I think the FBI should investigate them. I don't think the state police wants to do it. Yeah. A certain local police department that will be that will remain nameless. Yet we drove right past them at the beginning of the stream. So. And again, this is the same police station like 15 years ago. Like I said, they planted evidence on a friend of mine. They like literally planted evidence on him to give him a paraphernalia charge. You're at the salon using your hands to do hair. You'll type soon. That's fine. I have to go get food anyway. I'm actually surprised it's not. I'm surprised it didn't cut out on you guys. I have to get food really quick. with it sitting in here, it might, I don't know, guys, it might cut out today. Thanks for being here, 365. I appreciate you, because you know how it would be if I were a pretty female or something like that. Yeah, maybe I should put the filter on, give myself female look. Suddenly, everybody would be in here with all the hearts supporting, blah blah blah. Oh, your poor mom, no, do. Or if I was famous like Asmongold, they'd be like, oh, we need to protect him. We need to, yeah, let's protect it. Yeah, like that's the point. Is like they don't realize that people are a product of literally what's happening to them in their lives. You know, like. Yeah, like if I had a bunch of money and I felt secure, I wouldn't be so stressed out all the time. Literally, that's it. You know, like that's a lot of people. They would be a lot happier. And that's the point. A lot of people, you know, people all over they think this country is doing so well and blah blah blah. Don't fucking come here. This country's terrible. We're basically number 38 on the list for like everything. Good. We're not number 1. We're like 38. Yeah. Yeah. The state with the largest military has a problem with militarized policing. Imagine that. All right. I'll be back. I just can't believe that my 70-year-old mother was taken advantage of by police in an accident. What's up, guys? I often wonder, like, what, like, just kind of like on the same subject that we were just talking about. Like, this is kind of the point, is that general laziness in the workplace seems to be trickling into even policing and stuff. This is why Gordon Ramsay exists in the first place. Well, not exists, but why he can exist in his capacity. Because there's just so much lack of discipline in people, as you know, just as a whole, as a culture. The fact that somebody doesn't lose sleep or worry about whether they performed well at their job is a problem. That's a problem. You should care about those things. You should have aspirations for them. I remember when I used to work as a manager at stuff, I would go home, I'd lose sleep over it. I would. And the exact person that berated me and made me feel like shit would actually say constantly at work, oh, I won't lose any sleep over it. You know, like, and to actually say stuff like that, meanwhile actually making me feel anxiety, actually bothering me, and actually making me feel like shit. Because, you know, for all these things that happen in the workplace all the time, she was like making it my fault. You know, oh, it's always somebody's fault. It's always somebody's fault. You know, that's the type of asshole that I dealt with, where I got the other end of it, where everything has to be perfect. And it's like, no, not everything's going to be perfect, you know? And there's just a general laziness in the workplace where, you know, like just now, like I went in there and like he's genuinely nice cashier. You know, he was cool. You know, that's fine. Like I have nothing bad to say about what he did. But in my opinion, like if you're actually doing your job as a cashier, you greet the customer with a smile. You give them an exchange where they will want to come back, because that's what you're doing for the business. And if you're not trying to do this in the most basic customer service aspect, go find another job. So this is kind of my point, is like, yeah, I get to know some of the people that would come in regularly, and I'd start recognizing and stuff and try to like, just put a little flair on it, but at the same time, just be nice, you know, and give people a reason to remember you and want to feel good about it. One of the easiest ways to do this too is to just smile, and that's the point. Is like, it was obvious to me so the girl that was in front of me, they were both young, and like when she turned around to walk away, he looked right down at her. So he was not focused on a job. He was focused on checking the girl out that was in front of me, that he was, you know, and, you know, like he helped me out, and that's fine and everything. But then like after he helped me out, it was just sort of like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to just sort of stand here now and go back to what I was doing. Let me just zone out for a bit and count those minutes until work is over. You know, this is the point. If you actually care about what you're doing and care about the business, you could actually enjoy it and have fun with it. It's the people around you. So if I work around a lot of people like that, or a lot of people that are just miserable and nasty and treat me like shit, like everything's my fault or something like that, I'm not going to want to be there. You know, essentially blaming somebody that is a good employee for a whole bunch of stuff that isn't their fault can also have the same effect, because you're just wrong. So then that employee just has no idea what to actually change about themselves, because you're wrong. It is hot in here. I used to run a business, guys. Yeah, for those who don't know me, those who were just on the channel for, you know, like here and there a little bit, you know, I used to run a business. I mean, for those of you who don't know, I mean, like, that's just it, you know, like I've been a manager at a place, I've owned a business, and I've had many jobs, you know, where I've gotten lots of work experience, like real work experience doing, like I was a truck unloader, several jobs, did several inventory jobs, many, actually. I was a lot loader at Home Depot one time. where I loaded trucks and stuff. You know, like the guy that's like outside. I did that. I mean, like, I've done all kinds of stuff. But yeah, like, the point is, I owned a business. This was my business. I used to teach martial arts, as you guys know. I used to own a school, and so that's the point. Like, you know, I can recognize, like, you know, like, that's, you know, when you got to put hard work into something, you got to put hard work into something. And people will judge you based on what they see. Most people, I think, instead of what actually is, if that makes sense. So if, you know, you're at a company and you're constantly just being sort of a certain way, being treated sort of a certain way, not being appreciated, stuff like that, yeah, you might start acting like that as a cashier. So then we have to start worrying about our managers actually getting paid enough. You know, or are they trained enough? I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that a lot of managers don't want and can't deal with the emotional stress anymore. They really can't. Like I said, I dealt with two managers that could not handle it, and then would blame that, actually put that back on me. They'd be like, you can't, you know, like, they would just, that's what they would say about me, essentially. But it was really just them that they couldn't handle it. Like I've already explained how there was literally a GM at the one store that was younger than me. And I was just standing up there. I needed like a sandwich. And she literally pretended not to hear me. Like, you guys know I'm loud. Yeah, you guys know I'm loud. Yeah. You're not gonna not hear me when I need, yeah. So she pretended to not hear me. And then when I went back, started putting gloves on to make the sandwich myself, because, you know, when others can't do it, just simply do it yourself. She's like, literally snaps at me. I'm sure you guys have heard this story before. This is how this general manager was. She literally snaps at me. The point was, she was upset that the other managers were there and she was working the kitchen job and I was up front. That's why she was acting like this. Like her personal emotions were getting involved. And so, like, I needed a sandwich and she didn't make it, so she wasn't perfect, so she was taking this out of me. And so I went back there to start doing it, and just start kind of doing it and work around her a bit, and she snapped at me, and she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? She's like red in the face, and I was like, well, I said I needed a McDouble. She's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. And I was like, actually I did. I said it 3 times, but that's okay. That's why I'm back here making it. And she's like, are you really arguing with your boss right now? Are you really arguing with your boss right now? Are you really arguing with your... She was like a little red in the face. Yeah, she's all red in the face. This is a general manager. Yeah. And, yeah, so, yeah, like, this is the point. And she just couldn't handle it. And then I'm the ones they're saying can't handle it. Yeah, okay. This is the shit she would do. And then, like, after that, she would go and talk to her little buddy friend, her little girlfriend that she made a manager that definitely couldn't handle it. She made a manager so that she could stand there and talk about me and, like, some other managers and have a reason to do that. Because this person really needed some more training and stuff like that. Like, not that she couldn't do it, she just needed more training and stuff like that, and needed to be able to separate her emotions better too, and she couldn't. So that's the point. She wanted a little she wanted that little back and forth thing where she could, you know, talk rumors with somebody and all that. And so that would happen too, when they would talk about, especially men. They were talking about my butt the one time. I should have gotten them for sexual harassment for that. But they were talking about my butt the one time. They literally said it too. Literally said out loud in the restaurant, "Oh, we were just talking about your butt." I'm not making this up. I almost walked out when she said that. She literally admitted to it. Not the GM, but the other employee actually admitted. She said out loud to me, "Oh, we were talking about your butt," and the GM laughed. This is what we're talking about. It's a rock shield.
Okay. I just wanted to let you know.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good day.
It was really nice of him. This really, really nice guy. It was really funny. He had like an Australian accent too. I knew what he was gonna say. That's why I was already waving, like nodding. But I rolled down my window. I was like, I know it's a rock shield. I have this so this car, for basically anytime there's a wear and tear part, Ford was like, let's put a piece of plastic. That's what we should do. So every time, like underneath, there's supposed to be a rock shield, it's plastic. So it's just like hanging down, because like the last time we had an ice storm, there was ice under it, and I drove forward and just yanked the thing off. So I've been taking zip ties and reattach. I gotta just get a new rock shield. Yeah, so a rock shield, it's supposed to be a metal, but it's just a shield under your car that protects like the muffler and the exhaust and stuff like that from like when rocks are getting kicked up. I'm good, man. How are you? I'm good. I was talking a bit earlier about how I feel about police and how I feel they're terrorists. I had a situation with my mom recently. That's what all the stress has been. Basically, $850 went to storing and towing a car that didn't need to be stored and towed. $850, and a local police station should owe us that money back. And they should publicly apologize to my 70-year-old disabled mother. She literally uses a handicap placard. And this fucking douchebag cop, actually, yeah, one cop showed up, didn't take her statement, declared the car wasn't drivable, didn't drive her home, drove her to work. I had to pick her up. It was so bad, dude. You can get caught up with like the full story later or something, but like, because I was going off earlier about it. I'm sure you'll enjoy watching that. Honestly, it's pretty sad because something really needs to be done about the fact that you know, like the laziness has shifted into even policing, where they don't want to do a damn thing right, and that's bad. Yeah, the one where I drove the car a little bit. Yeah, that was the point. Was I got the car back in the driveway, drove it forward and back. No lights came on, the wheels turned, and then we drove it to the body shop. Yeah, like 5-6 miles away or something like that, like maybe 3 miles away. No problem. Nothing came off of it. All the lights worked. And again, this is legal in this state. If the wheels roll and you can see nothing's coming off the car, you are legally allowed to drive it away from an accident. Yeah, it's the police that decided it wasn't, and they're stupid. That's my point. They are fucking stupid. This asshole cop showed up to berate basically just silence my mom. And make this as short as possible. Make it so the farmer didn't have to pay, because I think that she seems to think they're friends and that they know each other, and it's possible. And you know, because the church is around here and stuff, and you know, yeah, they didn't pay it because the cop determined it was her fault. And he took very little information. Again, didn't even take her home. He wouldn't even come out of the station. He wouldn't even let her into the station. He wouldn't come out of the station for more than 30 seconds to give her, just hand her paperwork, and then he was sure he walked away. Yeah, that's a bad cop. Exactly, Cookie. And when we filed with the chief of police in this piece of shit local police station that plants evidence on people and incriminates people, when we filed a police report with the chief of police, when we filed an actual complaint with that chief of police, he got on the phone with her and proceeded to say, he's been doing this for 30 years and blah, blah, blah. So basically, the chief of police has been allowing this corruption for 30 plus years, is basically what he just admitted to. Yeah, exactly. It's a local police station. Yeah, exactly. And it's not the state. The state told us to file with the chief of police. So what I should do is I should drive up to the state police station and tell them what happened. Yeah, these fake cops need to work in a big city. I know, that's the point. One cop showed up. And then when we went to the station to pick up paperwork, there was like nobody there. Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. You're like the second person to. Thank you. Man, these people are really just telling me about my rock shield. But anyway, I do appreciate them letting me know. But the point is, when we showed up to the police station to get the paperwork, there was like so many SWAT cars in that lot. For them to literally show up, for them to, there was one male cop showed up. One. She's 70. She's disabled. She literally has a handicap placard. And one male cop showed up. They could have like beat her up. They could have like killed her. It's the middle of nowhere. You're talking about farms. You guys see me drive around here. There's miles where you can't see anything. There's miles where there's another house. This was a farmer. Jesus Christ. And then, again, it's usually policy to send 2 officers to the scene of an accident. Why the fuck, when we showed up and there's every fucking squad car in the lot, they sent 1, I don't know, 70 years old. That's my point. Because they know that they want this guy to just do this. Yep, they send the problem guy to take care of the people they think are problems. This is called bad policing. That's what they do. They have this little thing where they talk about these people or these people in the area. These people are problems. These people are this or that. They talk about, oh, we're not going to blah, blah, blah. That's bad policing. It's literally just, it's actually illegal too. It's called harassment. Yeah, it's actually the top level of harassment because you're in law enforcement and you should treat every case fairly. And you know, like you wouldn't have no bias. You know, that's why, like, if you have like jury duty or something like that, you're supposed to admit yourself for like a bias or something like that. If like you would know the person or like have any type of, that's the point. So we have all these police, these local police, constantly doing this because the point is everybody has a Facebook, everybody has a YouTube. I'm on YouTube all the time. I film jackasses behind me acting like jackasses and they're not doing shit about it. Yeah, everybody, that's the point. And that's what's messed up. They should treat every case the same. Yeah, that, if anything, they should treat it worse, knowing that I literally am doing right. I'm not doing anything wrong, and every fucking day I can go out here and I can see people doing shit. and I not see a single police officer the whole time. And yet there's just like all these illegal things going on, and I'll just not see a cop the whole time. $850 later. $850 later, we got the car back. Yeah. We could have just drove it home. We could have just drove it home. $850 later, we got the car back. Unbelievable. Appreciate you guys coming through. Thanks, Cookie. Thanks, Can we get some likes, guys? Can we get some likes? I don't see a single like. Is it not updated? Can we throw some likes? I see everybody leave right when I ask for likes. Yeah, everybody just like as soon as I ask for likes, everybody leaves. So this is what's been stressing me out, dude. This is what happened a few weeks ago. This is what I've been dealing with. This is why things seem different. I'm like just personally just dealing with this, and you know, because like she doesn't have a car, so I've been driving her to work and stuff. I mean, it's not like that. I don't mind. Like I love being able to do that. Like that I don't mind. It's more just like the fact that this is how they treated my mom. And these douchebags would feel the same way if it was their mom. You know it. You know that if one of their moms had got into an accident, that cop would drive like across the county. He'd leave his shift. Yeah, you fucking know it. They'd be like, oh man, we gotta send all the cops. The cop's mom. Oh my God, we gotta send them now. Yeah, but it's mine. Yeah, suddenly they act different, and that's what's fucked up. She's a human being. She shouldn't be treated any differently or whatever, just because they don't like this or that about me, or something like that. Yeah, that would be fucked up, and that's my point. Is that's how it seems. He probably didn't realize it. I can't even see. I literally could have turned, but this jackass. Look how long I've been sitting here. It's literally just a left turn. Yeah, that's my point. Like, exactly, man. Like, if it was their mom, they would feel totally different. They'd be immediately all over. They'd be like, "Oh my God, my mom. Oh my God, I'm gonna go file a report with the state police and blah blah blah." That's the point. Those local cops, they'd have to follow the same They'd have to do the same. They'd have even a worse time dealing with it, probably, because it's another cop. They'd feel the same way. So the fucking point is, why the fuck don't they do something about all the corruption? And the chief of police actually confirms he's been doing this for 30 years. He knows what he's doing. Well, then he's been fucking doing wrong shit for 30 years, because I can list several things about that interaction that are incorrect in the state of Pennsylvania. So first thing that is absolutely 100% incorrect about that interaction, what the officer didn't do, and I don't know that it's illegal, but you do legally have to do this in the state of Pennsylvania as a police officer. Doesn't matter if you're local or not. You have to take both statements. You cannot stand there and ignore one party and take a statement from the other. That is so... Actually, I think that is illegal. Yeah, actually, I think it is. And that's what he did. Literally what he did. And it was declared her fault, of course. And so therefore, you know, we have to pay for damages and stuff like that too. It wouldn't even be that big a deal if our state inspections weren't as scrutinized as they were, because it's mostly body damage. Yeah, so that's the point. This is all because of the state. Literally all because of the state. The state does things a certain way. Yeah. And the state needs to look into how disgusting these local police officers are. There was this one time I was late to work because a fucking douchebag cop pulled me over for having a headlight out in the rain in the middle of the night in Lancaster City. And this fucking douchebag cop made me late to work and gave me a work order ordering me to go back to the police station and show him that I got a headlight lamp, blah, 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 blah. Like, this fucking asshole, like, went out of his way to be an asshole. And the entire interaction, I was really nice. He showed up, I just gave him what he needed. I was really polite, and blah, 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 blah. I told him where I was going. He made me late. I literally didn't even say that. I was really nice. Yeah. And this guy just treated me like a douche. Like a douche. I had this one cop from the same police station that I'm talking about. The same police station. He pulled me over 3 separate times for window tint. And then proceeded to search my vehicle. He was looking all in the back through the trash. He was standing, he had me stand outside. He was looking all, he'd found nothing. And again, this was years ago, way back when I said my friend was, had evidence planted on him, basically. Yeah. So this guy, because I was friends with him, he was looking for something or something like that. Yeah, this is how corrupt these assholes are. He pulled me over for window tint. Yeah. Okay. Window tint I didn't put on the car that came with it when I bought it. Yeah. Oh, there's technically no legal tint in PA is what he said. You can look it up on PennDOT's site. Even though if you buy a car with window tint on it in PA, it's okay as long as it's factory. Yeah, he really can't be doing that. He can't pull me over 3 fucking times for the same bullshit where it's basically kind of not supposed to be that way anyway. He can't do that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is how bold I am. Yeah, this is how bold I am. They know what this is, too, where I'm sitting. I don't give a shit. Yeah, because I'm not doing anything wrong. Yeah. So that's the point. They know what this is, too. So that's the point. I know I'm doing right. The point is, they're the fucking douchebags showing up to an accident with one cop, not recording both statements. Yeah. These are police. Protect and serve. Yeah, except unless you're rich. Yeah, if you're rich, then we'll protect and serve you. If you're rich, then we'll protect and serve you. But if you're not, oh, well, then we'll just whine and bitch and complain. Oh God, we have to get in our squad car again. Oh my God. See, that's the problem. The local police the stations, they don't patrol like they should. Yeah, they get in a car and leave. That's a problem. I see them do it. They're lazy as fuck. That is the laziest local police station I have ever seen, too. They're extremely lazy. Yeah, I always see a ton of cars there. Middle of the day, ton of cars there. Unbelievable. Yeah, and then they wonder why you see people on the internet recording police vehicles and stuff like that. Well, maybe because they've run into the same issues I have. Duh. 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 We're police. Duh. We show up to an accident in the middle of nowhere with one police officer. Duh. There's a 70-year-old woman involved in this accident, yet we don't send a female officer. Duh. We only take one statement from the person that's obviously going to make out okay in this situation, and we don't take a statement from the very obviously taken advantage 70-year-old disabled woman who has a lot to deal with now. Duh! We don't protect and serve. That's not protecting and serving. We're just terrorists. We're police. Duh! Duh, 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 duh. That's what police do. We terrorize. We terrorize people. We are police. We terrorize people. Duh, duh, duh. This is what we do. We terrorize people. Duh, 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 duh. Duh, duh, duh. Duh, duh, duh. We arrest people with no evidence. Duh, duh, duh. That's what we do. Duh, duh, duh. We incriminate. We duh, duh, duh. We're police. We're stupid. Duh. Police are terrorists. Not good ones. Not good ones. I'm talking about normalizing the fact that generally speaking they're terrorists, and that there's very few good ones left. I'm serious. It's the truth. It's just what I've seen, and we need to normalize that for it to get better. That's it. Yeah, police are fucking terrorists. I guarantee you, there's a bunch. There have been several watching this stream, thinking of a way that they can come and arrest me or do something to me because I'm doing this. That's fucking terrible. That's called terrorism. Yeah, it's called anxiety. It's called literally you can't drive on the road without having to worry about this. This is why I point out the fact that these douchebags are acting like maniacs with their cars. It's like, this is what police should be doing. Yeah, I mean, literally, the very fucking second somebody gets behind me, what is the first thing that somebody does? The very second they get behind you, do they sort of swerve to the side a little bit? Yeah, they're looking around you. They don't need to look around you. What the fuck are they doing? Yeah, they're doing it to get you to drive faster. Stop it. Police should do something. Actually fucking police for once. Instead of sitting around waiting for something to happen and then go, duh, oh my god, I don't want to take two statements. Oh, I have to wait if another cop's gonna show up. I have to wait. I just want to get it done with. Oh, the car's drivable? I have to drive back to their residence with them if the car is drivable? Stop being lazy. Do policing.